Hi. Today's video is going to be a beginner meditation practice, which is called grounding. And I touched on it in my, I guess you call it meditation series, more like 60 minutes of me talking about meditation. But this will be quicker and easier and something you can reference back to if you decide you want to. So grounding I like to think of as the cornerstone of keeping your energetic space clean. And what grounding does is a lot like how a lightning bolt needs to ground its electricity through the planet. Grounding very much works the same way. We have an electromagnetic field, and there are charges in that field which are foreign energy that are not our own energy, and depending on what you're experiencing at different times, that foreign energy will light up and will vibrate, and you will feel it as pain or resistance or tension or headache or any sort of pain. So what grounding does is it allows you to ground that out, and in getting that foreign energy out of your space, it gives you more space to have your own energy, which is always a good thing. So we'll jump right into the techniques with grounding, and if anyone has any questions about it, feel free to post a comment about it, because there's definitely a lot to learn about it, and most of it, I can tell you, is learned through trial and error and experience. I like to ground many, many times a day. Anytime I'm noticing that I'm stuck in thought, or I'm feeling a way that's not how I really want to feel, or I'm in resistance to something, or I have tension, or I have a headache, or something around me is not working, I ground it. So you can ground your computer, you can ground your cell phone, you can ground your partner, you can ground your house, you can ground your dog, you can ground your car, you can ground pretty much anything. And most of the time, the reason things break is because they get too much foreign energy in their energy field. So grounding electronics works really, really well. I've ground stuff that hasn't worked for years, just ground it. And it might not kick in instantaneously, but just keep grounding for a little bit and you'll see. It's pretty amazing. So the way that this works is it's all intentional. And what I mean by that is it can be done through visualization. The power of your thought is unbelievably powerful, and grounding is a huge step to learning to trust that and learning to monitor every thought that you have. Because what it does is you'll see that when you have the intention to ground, you will start grounding. And once you realize that that tiny thought creates such a massive energetic movement, you'll start to pay more attention to all your thoughts. And in doing so, you'll start to clear up your space, and it very much snowballs into an effect of you start monitoring your space, energetic space, more and more and more until you get it cleaner and cleaner and cleaner. So grounding techniques, the way that I like to do it is very simple. I like to put a grounding cord at the base of my spine, which is where your first chakra is, about an inch below, maybe an inch or two in from the base of your spine at your back. And so you can go into trance for this. My dog apparently learned how to knock. Needs a grounding cord. And what you can do is, if you go into trance, you can visualize yourself sitting in a chair. And you can visualize yourself over here and see a body sitting in a chair. And just know that that's you. And from there, you can visualize a cord coming from the center of the planet, the very middle of the planet. And this cord can be anything. I like to use big tree trunks or water slides or tornadoes or anything that you can think of that gives you the permission slip to move energy. So you can try different things. Trees have always been my favorite, so I always enjoy that. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to visualize a big cord coming up from the center of the planet, hooking up to your first chakra at the base of your spine. I like to see it as like twisting in and locking in, sort of a mechanism. And when I lock it in, I don't turn it on yet. And then I see my whole energetic space. When I visualize myself sitting in that chair, I see my whole energetic space as Jello. And everything that's me in that Jello will stay there. And everything that's not, you can think of as kind of like little marbles or different colored pieces of foreign energy. And they're very heavy. So you can flip a switch on the side of your grounding cord and just visualize as you sitting in the chair, all of this energy that's not yours will just start to fall through the Jello. And as it falls through, it will go down the grounding cord, and just watch it go all the way down, and when it hits the center of the planet, it kind of goes poof, and poofs up and sends the energy back to whoever it belongs to. So it's a healing for you and the person that it belongs to, because energy might have been in your space for a long time, but it's not your energy. So you can toy around with it and see what happens. If you're having a hard time visualizing a grounding cord working, which happens sometimes, like if you visualize it coming up and you see the grounding cord kind of doing this all over the place, or it won't connect, or it won't have a suction effect, you can visualize like a tree coming out of the center of the planet again, and then coming out above the ground and not connecting to you. And you can see it as a vacuum. So turn it on. It's pretty easy to see when it's not connected. You can turn it on, and then you can take a ball of energy. Just use your psychic hands and take a ball of energy and throw it at it, and watch as it sucks it in down the grounding cord. And then once you see that it's actually working and sucking down energy, foreign energy, you can just grab it with your psychic hand. You can connect it at the base of your spine and just feel all the energy leaving you. So as you do this, you might yawn. And yawning just means that you're releasing tension, which is foreign energy. And it's a good thing. So you'll feel a lot of things happening. And just if you take a couple minutes to ground before you do anything, you'll notice that you get great results. And if you have a long drive, you can ground before the drive, or you can ground a job interview, or you can ground anything. You can try anything. And whatever you try, feel free to let me know. I've been grounding all sorts of things, and it works really, really well. You can ground your food before you eat and kind of fill it in with whatever energy you like. And it's all energy. Anything that you see, it's not solid. It's just made out of energy. So anything can be changed from anything to anything. But in order to do that, you have to ground it, and then you have to fill it in with whatever energy you like. And I will make another video that talks about how to fill things in to change the vibration of things to whatever you like. So, and it also helps too, a great grounding technique that I've learned that we've used a lot in the program is to think about, if you're grounding, you might have a lot of tension somewhere and the energy won't release. So if you visualize taking your psychic hand again while you're in meditation, and just see your psychic hand and look all over your space, and you'll see these spots where these fists are holding on to energy that don't want to be released. And if you see your psychic hand and imagine it kind of waving like a princess, you'll see all the hands open up and wave back. And as they wave back, they let go of their energy. The energy falls down the grounding cord, and the hand falls down the grounding cord, and you release way more energy. So just try different things. You can make up whatever you want. Anything that you use as a permission slip to get rid of foreign energy will be super beneficial. So try out all sorts of weird stuff. Tornadoes work really well because you know that they move energy in real life. So just give it a try, and let me know what you find out. Have an awesome day.